Welcome back to Rugby League Outlaws. We're here for the in-depth round review. Dan.
What?
Dan.
Hi.
It's been a long night. It's been a long night.
That's commitment right there.
It is. We got some rugby league to talk about. Raiders 20, Bunnies 34.
Good game.
Yeah, it was. And the Bunnies got through with a lot of injury problems as well.
They did. They did what we couldn't a couple of weeks ago. They bucked a trend, mate. Oh, they were good.
Canberra looked really good in the first half. Whatever Ricky Stewart said at halftime didn't work.
You know what I'm going to say right now? Rick Stewart is under the pump.
Yeah.
Big time. Because
he seems to be losing the players because Josh Papali'i has said that he doesn't even know if he's going to be back next week. Tarpanay's misses on social media.
That's what I was going to bring up.
Yeah.
That's 4 weeks in a row that he's deflected losses. Not saying, it's a coaching issue or we're not playing well. It's always, this is wrong or this is wrong. I don't care about the referees this week.
I actually watched his press conference afterwards because you told me how funny it was and he was whinging about an 8-1 penalty count. But didn't mention the fact that his team got 8-0 set restarts.
It doesn't matter. You can't blame penalty counts anymore. It just doesn't count.
Yeah.
That's a sign of a coach under stress. It's everyone's fault except mine.
Yeah, I don't think the Raiders are ever going to come out and say that his job is on the line, but all of a sudden they've gone from this premiership window being suddenly opened to suddenly closed.
Shut. Say it every week. It is shut.
Yeah. And they don't look like they know what to do. I mean, who do they bring back in? Jared Croker? He's not going to win them games. He's terrible.
Not. And Jack Whiten's got to stop running behind his own players too, just quietly.
Twice, yeah.
Saving about 1,000 points in Supercoach.
And look, Benji Marshall said like that. He was smart. He milked that, and he absolutely milked it.
Benji Marshall could be the signing of the year. Like, I know he's not going to get the plaudits of the Fafitas and co, but geez, he's playing well.
And now with Adam Reynolds being out, you bring in Benji Marshall. Absolutely, yeah. It's
absolute gold.
Incredible. Dan, I want to talk about the Sharks, mate. How good were they on the weekend?
What are you talking about?
What do you mean?
Cronulla Sharks.
First half, they were absolutely brilliant. And then, obviously, because we were at Richie's wedding, 8-6 at half-time.
Yeah.
They just should have just gone on with it. The way that they were playing, they should have gone on with it.
Yeah, they should have gone on with it, but they didn't.
What happened?
Chad Townsend happened.
Are you telling me Cronulla lost?
I'm telling you, Cronulla lost 40-14. Remus Smith went. We told you. We said Remus Smith would be one of those players they pick up and turn into a superstar.
I don't believe you here.
Well, look,
I haven't checked.
Yeah, well, look, you're just gonna have to take my word for it. Don't watch the replay. Do not watch it. No one watch the replay.
If I didn't watch it, didn't happen. Cronulla won.
Good win, Sharks.
Broncos 36, Titans 28. As I said, we didn't get to see much of this either. Live updates on it. You've already told us Jermaine Azarko went mental.
He was freaky good after an opening 20 minutes to be forgotten. He came real good.
Can I ask what happened to the Titans' game plan of giving the ball to David Fafita? Because he did nothing. He
had about 7 runs on the weekend. And this is the problem I have with Kickout. Sorry to jump off topic. If Kickout runs over someone in the first run, he gets the ball 100 times. If he doesn't, he runs 7 times for 50 metres. That was Fafita this weekend. And Tavita Pangai Jr. absolutely bodied him.
Yeah, I heard he bullied him out of the game as well. I mean, when Pangai's on, he's top 5 forward in the game.
He's as good as Fafita. He is their Fafita.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, Payne Haas is quickly becoming one of the premier forwards in the competition.
He's been the premier prop in the game. He's only 20 in that motor that he has. My fear for him is that they were going to burn him out when he was playing 70 and 80 minutes at 20 years old.
They're using him much better now.
One of the best things that Kevy is doing is his minutes. I think that's what Todd Payton needs to have a look at, what they're doing with Payne Haas and mirror that for Tormalolo.
Spot on. He's come good.
Yeah, it's about the only thing that Kevy's done right this year with some of the players, but yeah.
They take some points in the 4X Cup. We thought it was over. We thought the Titans had it.
Yeah, and there's another 4X Cup game next week.
There is. I'm looking forward to that one.
Panthers 28, Manly 16. This was a cracking game of rugby league. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise.
How good or how fast is Tommy Turbo?
How good is Tom Turbo? We say it every week. With Tom Turbo in the team, Daly Cherry Evans is easily the second best halfback in the competition.
Yes.
And it's the showdown between him and Nathan Cleary. Obviously, Cleary takes the 2 points, and I think he outpointed Cherry Evans as well. Just clutch kicks.
Got him home.
Yeah, but That was just a fun game.
It was fun. It was good to see a big crowd turn up, capacity crowd.
And let's talk about how good Tom Turbo is. Let's talk about the decline of Jake Turbo.
When it was all Manly.
Yeah.
All Manly.
He
ran at the line and he just went, there you go.
Yeah, it dropped, yeah.
It completely changed. Penrith went up and won the game.
Players whose form have flipped for Manly as well. Marty Tapau.
Tapau looks like a beast. Schuster looks like a freak.
Yeah, Schuster's so good, man.
They're centres, so Parker and Morgan. Genuine first graders.
Yeah, Sully's not getting back in that team anytime soon.
No, he's not. And I'll tell you what, though, have you seen the way their reserves are playing? They won in the first week, which is real good, and haven't got within 20 points since. So there's not a whole lot of pressure. I think that Manly side's settled.
I think, though, as well, with that Manly reserve grade team, they're another merged reserve grade team. And as we're seeing at the moment, if you can't put all your players in there, it just doesn't work.
It doesn't.
And you can't do what Newtown did every year and back 5 or 6 games to get you into the finals.
Go the Jets.
Yeah, that's where we're at. The Bulldogs 10, the Eels 32, and this is where I will not take Clint Gutherson slander. He was incredible.
Oh, yours, mate. King Gutho.
He was
I told
incredible.
you, didn't I?
Yeah, you told me. I'm happy to own this one. I love Gutho. Love him.
He's fantastic.
Yeah.
Mitch Moses.
Yeah, freak.
This is the best he's played at Parramatta. I don't think it's any coincidence that the contract's coming up. I think the way forward for players of Moses' calibre, 1-year deals. Risky, but he's
look, Moses can't take a 1-year deal from Parramatta. I know he's going to take his contract up and they're talking about extending him as well. But
he keeps playing like this.
Yeah, but teams like Brisbane and dumb teams like the Tigers are going to come and give him $1.5 million to come back.
Well, he looked pretty good on the weekend.
He was incredible. He was incredible. But that team, it's Clint Gutherson makes that team go from A to Z. That's it.
It's the Gutho show.
He runs. And Reid Mahoney is fast becoming the most improved player in the competition.
Absolutely. He's sitting probably behind one player in the Origin.
Yeah, I mean, Harry Grant's level's ahead of him at the moment, but geez, it'd be handy to have in that squad.
He definitely would.
Definitely handy to have in that squad.
A good game too. Bulldogs.
They got lucky last week.
They did. They got lucky.
The Knights 4, the Roosters 38. Look, we've talked about the unfortunate circumstances of Brett Morris and Lindsay Collins. Can we just point out that the Roosters had 11 players on the field and still scored a try against them?
That was so good.
Oh, my God.
Okay, Callum Ponga. I think he's a little bit on the overrated side. A lot on the overrated side. In the line, defending in the line against 11 men. What are your thoughts? Game's gone. Doesn't really matter.
Yeah, I don't know where to go with Kalen Ponga.
Not as good as Brimson would be where I'd go.
Better than Brimson. For mine, he's better than Brimson, but he's still... I don't think he's a fullback, but he's not quite a 5'8" yet, and he's not mature enough to keep himself in a game.
That's true. Not as good as Brimson.
Warriors 24, Cowboys 20.
The Great Escape?
Yeah, the Cowboys tried to do what they did last week against Canberra and run that lead down. They just ran out of time. Valentine Holmes goal kicking let them down.
The try right on half time to the Warriors was the deal breaker.
That was it.
If they don't score that try, I reckon the Cowboys go on to win this game.
Yeah, and the Cowboys went into halftime probably, deflated off of that, but they just had to come out in the second half and give it a crack, and they did. And the Cowboys are a fun team to watch. This Warriors side, they're in the top 8. They probably don't really deserve to be there at the moment, but this is just the level of the competition at the moment.
Yeah, absolutely.
But the Warriors found a way to win with an injury crisis. That's all you got to say.
They did. I'm loving that Tommy Curran. He's a player and a half. Obviously, young Walsh. The player that stood out for me, not particularly positive way, Jason Tamalolo. Almost zero impact.
Yeah, no, he's not adding anything at the moment. He looks like a guy that doesn't want to be there.
He does. He doesn't look fast. He doesn't look fit. And for Tamalolo, they're the two things you could always say. Even when he was out of form, he'd hit you and you stayed hit.
He looks like a guy who is fielding offers behind the scenes. His agent's taking interest. There would be a load of clubs in, sniffing behind him at the moment, knowing the situation that's there. And it looks like it's playing on his mind. He probably needs to sit out 1 or 2 weeks and just get his head back in the game.
I don't think he's fully fit. He broke both hands, don't forget, at different times. That can't be easy to hold the ball. But, people in the profession that are like a little bit more in the know than us say he's ready to go.
Yeah.
Maybe he's not.
Who knows, man? Who knows?
The rules. Do you think the rules are too quick for him?
No, because he was good last year. And someone like Payne Haas and Tavita Pangai Jr., who play similar games to him,
that's true.
I don't think it's too fast for him at the moment. I just think his head's all over the place. He needs a week or two just to sit out, figure out where he's going to go.
Come back and beat Jason Tamalolo.
And
it's a shame.
one of the worst games of the weekend. The Dragons 8, the West Tigers 16. There was a tweet that went out about this game, and it just said, "This is what happens when you let Anthony Griffin and Michael Maguire coach teams. This is the result."
It's fair call. And the positives, Adam Dewey is...
Oh, he's so good, yeah. Whatever they're paying him, it's probably bang on for the Tigers.
It's
probably
a bargain.
over anywhere else.
It's a bargain. He's been their best player all year.
Yeah.
Laurie's been very, very good too, but in terms of their halves. Luke Brooks was atrocious today and copped no end of grief on social media.
Luke Brooks is atrocious.
Yeah.
He's just...
I'm trying to spin it in a positive manner, as is my way. I just can't do it.
And for mine, the Dragons could have easily won this game, but their forwards didn't stand up. That Tigers forward pack is not intimidating.
No, they're not.
There's nothing about it that is intimidating.
It was a shame to see Lomax go off injured early, but I don't know if that had a huge bearing on the game.
Yeah, he's not as influential on the team as well. I think Ben Hunt was a little bit rusty as well.
He was. Norman, again, had one of his off games. But for me, Matt Duffy might as well not have been there today. Their Fox commentators, every time they got close, Duffy's your fastest player, he's your most explosive player. He's just standing back, just minding his business. That's not good enough.
Again, he looks like a guy who knows that negotiations with him aren't going smoothly. And what are the Dragons doing if they let him walk out the door?
Mate, he's been their best option for 3 years now. He spent a year and a half on the sidelines or playing off in the centres and stuff. Just no.
Yeah, you need to re-sign him or
move on and put Lomax at fullback. Something. Just, it's a shame.
I think they want Ramsey to be their fullback.
They could do worse, but they're going to make a decision and go with it now.
Hey guys, thanks for tuning in to the weekly roundup. Don't forget to like and subscribe to Puncture Media. Please trash us in the comments.
Dare ya.
Yeah, trash Dan. He loves it. We just want to give you as many prize packs as we can. We want to give them out. We got loads of them. You saw it got poured over us. But Dan, tomorrow night we're back for the Top Sport tips and predictions.
Looking forward to a good week.
We would have made you a load of money this week, so make sure that you're following it. And as always, Dan,
Rugby League, baby. See you tomorrow.